Yo, what is up, guys? Draco Sean here, back with another One Piece video. We're gonna dive straight into this one. So this is One Piece chapter 1021, titled Demonio. Yeah, wow, what a chapter. Um, yeah, let me just say this right now. This chapter to me, so I'll give my rating right now. It's an 8 out of 10. Not quite a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, and I'll explain why. But if you're a Robin fan and you love action, this chapter I think hits the nail on the head. Um, yeah, absolutely Oda went well with this one for sure. How this is gonna look in the anime, I think is especially with the new style that we've seen, I think this is gonna look amazing. As for the chapter, it's structured into two parts. You've got Robin versus Black Maria continued, pretty much 90% of the chapter. 10% of the chapter is Momonosuke and Shinobu. So that's pretty much the sum of the chapter. So not a whole lot going on because it's just, again, with action chapters, you don't get too much dialogue. But there was some little, I mean, most of the dialogue is pretty basic. So anyway, let's get into the fight. So Black Maria has the upper hand in the first part of the fight. She's overwhelming Robin. She's countering her ability. Again, she knows Robin's weakness. Remember, when you attack Robin's arms, the ones that she spouts on the ground, her actual body will feel pain. So she figures that out. And remember the giant clone she made from last chapter. Black Maria's countering that easily. It's also cool that we get to see more of Black Maria's webs and more of her abilities because she is a spider and she's also using poison because real spiders in real life can use poison. Not all spiders, but some. But yeah. And also she can create fire as well. It looks like, which is cool. So she has a lot of abilities. Yeah, a lot of new things, and she's completely overwhelming Robin, just taunting her as well, trying to get inside her head, obviously. But Robin is very strong-minded; she's not going to fall for that, which is again one of the reasons why Robin is one of the best Straw Hats. But yeah, no, definitely cool to see Robin on the back foot. Because if the fight was a one-sided, if Robin was just gonna beat her, I feel like that would really be bad. That's not a good fight. A good fight is when there's two opposing forces and it's going back and forth. So this is an example of that. So we actually get a Robin flashback, and this is when Robin's on the back foot. She's completely getting overwhelmed. And we get it with Sabo, Koala, and Hack, and they're actually helping Robin use some of their fighting styles, and she's trying to use that and incorporate it into her own fighting style. So it's really cool to see that. Like Fishman Karate, Robin using Fishman Karate. If you made predictions for that, you must be a genius. Because I don't think anyone's predicting Robin to use Fishman Karate. It looks like she's gonna do that in the future. It looks like, and also real Soken techniques as well, like Sabo. Like, I mean, wow, she's using a lot of technique, so it's really cool to see, and it's also just good to see this flashback because with the Revolutionaries we didn't get much with Robin, so it's good to see her do some training with them, and especially with Sabo, who is one of the strongest characters in the verse. So that's really cool to see. Obviously that Oda's not gonna show Dragon because I'm sure Oda is saving Dragon for something big. So we're not, again, Oda's still trying to cloud Dragon and mystery, so that's fine. But anyway, yeah, Robin using that. So we go back into the present timeline where the fight is taking place. Robin just gets a second win. She actually uses a Fishman Karate technique to get rid of the fire around which Black Maria created, and that's really cool to see. But then the next page, the transition from that one page to the page where Robin goes into a devil form was wow. That threw me for a complete loop. And first of all, the design on this form looks amazing. Like Oda really took his time and perfected it. And it's so cool that it's a devil as well because Robin's epithet is the devil's child. So that's what the government call her. So for her to take the form of an actual devil, like a giant devil, I think is amazing. And it's also interesting because this is, I think, one of the most talking points of this chapter I've heard. It's the fact that is Robin using armament haki, or is this just the way the panel has been drawn? Because when you look at it, it just makes you think that she's using armament haki, and you can't tell. It's really hard to determine. And I'm gonna say this right now. If it is armament haki, it's not a good thing. I personally don't want Robin to get haki like this. However, she did learn from Sabo because they just showed that in that flashback in this chapter. So that does make me think it could be Haki, but hopefully it's not. I do want the Straw Hats to get Haki, but not now because I feel like the way it was done with Usopp was done good because Usopp didn't actually have observation Haki. He only awakened it during Dressrosa under extreme circumstances. This, I mean, it seemed like she didn't awaken it. It seemed like she already had it from the start. So I feel like if it is Haki, Oda needs to explain it. And there is another hint that it could be Haki because so after the fight with Black Maria, Robin says to Brooke, "I overdid it a bit," and this reminds me so much of when Luffy goes Gear 4. Because when Luffy goes Gear 4, he pretty much uses too much haki to a point where it absolutely overwhelms him and he can't move for like 10 minutes. And when Robin's saying I overdid it a bit, is this form like very similar to Gear 4 where it just uses so much haki to the point where it completely drains you in the end? And if that's the case, I don't know. I mean, regardless of what I think about the whole hockey thing, the form is amazing. And she just takes out Black Mirror one clutch and just completely crushes her. I don't think Black Mirror has been taken out because I do think all the members of the Toby Ropo are ancient zones. So I think Who's Who. I don't think Who's Who's been taken out. Sasaki and Black Mirror, though, look more believable if they have been taken out. They could be taken out, but I don't think they are. I think there's still more we need to learn about them, I think. And also, I think it's very interesting to note that on Black Mirror's spider leg, you see a Jolly Roger on her spider leg. So I want, and it's not the Beast Pirate logo. It's like a different kind of pirate logo. So I do wonder if she was also a captain of her own crew. Because we know that Who's Who and Sasaki are, because that was confirmed by King, but we don't know about Black Maria. We don't know too much about her. So again, Black Maria is very interesting, and she could be also from the same race as Kaido and Yamato because of the horns. So again, there's a lot of mystery around her still. So I think there's more for Oda to explore, I think. But yeah, as for the fight though, the fight is really good, really good. It starts off with Robin on a high, and it starts off with Black Maria winning. Obviously, she's completely overwhelming Robin, and then Robin just comes back and finishes the job off. Any little small points? I would say the small points are like Brooke. He didn't do too much. He just stalling the underlings pretty much. He actually takes them out, I think. So that all of Black Maria's underlings, I think, have been taken out. It looks like. So so Brooke did his thing, didn't do too much. There was a cool little character moment, you could say, where Black Maria kind of taunts Robin, and she tells Brooke to come and help her, but Brooke says, "Shut your mouth. She's gonna do her thing." So that's a cool little bit of trust between Brooke and Robin. That Brooke trusts Robin to take care of Black Maria. So that's cool. So that's pretty much that part, and then we go straight into the Momonosuke and Shinobu part. As for Luffy, he's just eating. It is what it is. He's going to regain his strength. He's going to try and fly up and fight Kaido. Done. But Momonosuke and Shinobu, wow. I mean, this is a theory that we've had for a while, but we weren't sure. So, yeah, wow. Shinobu's Delphi is very hacks. It's very hacks. And, I was thrown off for a loop, but, I mean, it makes sense. And is it a bad thing that Momonosuke becomes older? Not necessarily, because you do have to remember that his real age should be 28. He shouldn't be 8 years old, because due to the Toki time jump, he's only 8 years old now. But we know he should be 28, like the same age as Yamato. And I think this is more proof that I think he's definitely not going to join the Straw Hats, which I'm okay with because I want Yamato to join the Straw Hats. But Momo, I think, definitely is going to become the Shogun at the end of this arc. I think it's all foreshadowing there. There's actually a lot of foreshadowing in this chapter as well, even with, again, Robin getting kidnapped as well. So there's a lot of foreshadowing for future events in this chapter as well. But yeah, as for Momo, yeah, it's cool. I'm assuming because he wants to become a larger dragon, so I think what he's planning to do is he's gonna help Luffy get to the top to fight Kaido, and then he's going to use his own flame clouds to get rid of Kaido's flame cloud so he can move Onigashima away from the Flower Capital. And that's going to be his big defining moment because he's not like Momo has to do something big because we know he's been developed by Oda for a while. He's got a lot of character development, so he's got to do something big, and he's not going to fight some strong opponent. He's going to do something else, and this is something that we all predicted. So when it happens, it's going to be cool. It's going to be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much the chapter. I don't think I've missed anything out. Again, Robin, if you're a Robin fan, you're gonna love this chapter because Robin went full out in this chapter. Nothing wrong. The only minor gripe is if that was Arm and Haki, that's not good. And also the problem with this chapter, and the reason why I said it's not a 10 out of 10 is because, again, there are certain things that need to be explained. Shinobu's Devil, I think, needs to be explained a bit more. Robin's whole devil form, I think, definitely needs a little bit of explanation, because the way it transitions from the one page to the next page with the devil form just threw me for a loop, because I don't even know how Robin created that form. So regardless of what you think, that's my opinion. Obviously, if you think it's a 10 out of 10, go for it. You believe what you want to believe. But yeah, that's the chapter, guys. Great stuff from Oda. I'm excited for the next chapter. I might do a video this week, in between. So if there's, I don't know if there's a chapter next week, but if there is, I'm going to do that, obviously. But I'm also planning to do a video just before that, talking about the Onigashima matchups. So the different fights that are happening currently in this war arc, you could say. So I want to talk about that, actually, and give my stance on it. So that's the plan for that. But yeah, post a like, post a comment down below. Give me your viewpoint, and do you think it is armament haki or not? Do you think it's a good thing if it's armament haki? Do you agree with me that certain things need to be explained, so on and so on? Just give me your viewpoint on everything. And also give a like. Please subscribe as well. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the 10 subscribers. This is Draco Sean. Peace. Have a good day.